change in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sakai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoil little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel.
It's Madden NFL 23. And up next are the Texans' leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Seahawks. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running back,
and we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
and you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing to start the drive, Lane. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Lane. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Lane. And this one is incomplete. And 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. Room here to run. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Second and 3. And this is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Pierce will try to pick it up. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and 8.
He is tough and well supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Lane. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Working with his 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Texans at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Lane. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. I start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
To throw on 3rd down. Lane. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Lane. It's caught. Lock it. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Lane. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Lane. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Lane. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, check that.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. 2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give left side for Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lane. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and 2, Lane. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 2nd down at 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Floating one, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. To throw on 2nd down. Lane. And his throw is incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Lane. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Lane. That's out to the flat for Akers. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Akers. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Lane. And incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. But now it's 3rd
just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken at the goal line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly where they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. But we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lane. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Lane.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down. Lane. That's caught over the middle by Fant. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lane. Looking underneath. He's got Akers. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun. Lane. Akers back-to-back catches. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock the ball as progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Baker. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. Geez, short line, maybe a foot, maybe. Caught it 4th and inches.
That strategy there, Brandon, 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play.
Meanwhile, for the Texans, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Lockett. Shifts by him at the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Lane. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Going for it with Pierce. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of here, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Lane. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lane. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your 1st down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the 1st down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yards to pick up the 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again. Lane. This complete to Lockett. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lane. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Lane. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Hand off left side, Pierce. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Up the middle they go. McClain. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lane. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw.
Lane. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the play fake. Lane. Dancing to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2nd and 2. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Javon Hargrave gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lane. Buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to swing the football when you're nursing a sling lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lane over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. This will be fielded at the 17.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a dump off here complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 46 yards.
And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 1. Exactly 1 minute remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Intended target was Cam Akers. And that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gets this to Fant. And this will be a first down as well, but the clock continues to move. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw on 2nd down, Lane. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Houston, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest.